Got a few of you on already. It's good to see you guys. No, you're not late, Shannon. I just got started. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Yeah, right on time. Hey, Bill. So yeah, just give me a shout. Say, hey, I hear you. You're good. Testing. Hopefully it's working. There we go. All right, guys. Awesome. Appreciate Pegleg. Hey, Mammy. Melissa. Yep. Thank you. Hey, Dave. Hillbilly. All right. Well, we are set. We got the party going. I hope you guys are having a good Friday. Um, yeah, you caught me live, Cheryl. Yeah. So I figured if I just keep them on the same time every week and do consistent, it would make it easier for people to try to catch on when they can. One of these days I'll have to try to do one in the morning time or daytime because I have people in different time zones. So that might be helpful one time. So if you all saw, I put on the thumbnail price rises. We're going to be talking about that. But before we did talk about that, um, hey, Luis, before I forget, thank you. Luis from the Great Britain bought me a Diet Pepsi today. So I saw it, and I've been drinking this one in your honor. Hey, CK. Yay, just for a bit. Yeah, stop it. Oh, yeah, I know you've been busy. This is your season. But Luis, thank you for buying my Diet Pepsi. I've been drinking it. Like I said, this is in your honor. So thank you so much for doing that. But yeah, so I've noticed a few days ago that I did hit 5,000 subscribers. And I just wanted to thank you all. I appreciate you all being a part of my channel. A lot of new subscribers lately, too. But some of you have been since day one. Right the first couple weeks of my video back in September of this past year. So thank you so much. I thought when you hit certain milestones, it's worth taking a step back and looking at it for a minute. I think 5,000 is a pretty good mark. So I appreciate you guys. So for that, I want to do a throwback song that I had that I used before, and this is in honor of you guys. At first, I was afraid. I was petrified. I didn't know how I could prep without you by my side. I spent so many days working on my game. I'm motivated to prep now and won't look so lame. I just got back from out of a store. My back, it really hurts, and my feet, they're so sore. But there's no need to stress, 'cause I came back from a sale. Now I know I won't have to hide, and I know I'll never fail. I will survive. So that was for 5,000. So we get to 10,000, you'll get something new, maybe. So that's to get the party kicked off tonight. Yeah, I know. That was a mic drop, right? Yeah. That'll wake you guys up. That'll get you going. Yeah, number 15, CK. Yeah, you were right there at the beginning. That was a great first month. Just kind of getting started. Yeah, Luis was pretty new on there. Yeah, you shaved your legs for this. All right, Bill. Oh man. But yeah. So, hey, seriously though, did y'all watch my last couple videos and reading all the comments on them? I did the one on shrinkflation. That's the one with the thumbnail that had the candy bars on it, and everybody was commenting. We were talking about how maybe product isn't going up in price, but it sure has been shrinking in the quantities of the packages or the size or the ounces in the package. Hey, Bill. Hey, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Bill. Yeah, I'll definitely put that to good use, my friend. Yeah, I like it when people help support my addictions. Yeah. So thank you, Bill. But yeah, we were talking about shrinkflation. If you watched a couple videos ago, last video was Thursday, yesterday, and still seeing a lot of people talking about some uneasiness. And then I started getting emails. Um, One of the emails from Dave, I think Dave, and you can jump in here and talk and share some information as I'm going here. Um, yeah, Jay Moore, I see you talking about some price things and stuff as well. Um, Dave's niece works in a grocery environment and said that their manager, they had a meeting, and that manager has already been getting notices for this coming year, for the rest of this year, that prices will be going up. Some medications will not be able to be found. They don't have a list of what there is. Um, so they listed that some medications wouldn't be able to be found. This is from Indiana, I believe, if Dave's on here. Um, I think the niece is in Indiana. So the manager said things coming from the coast, shipping about 30% rise in all shipping costs coming to their store. They did get, they're saying that a lot of products that prices were projected to go up and that they're going to be increasing. Okay, Dave said 30%. Yeah. Um, so yeah, Dave, if I'm missing some stuff, please, fill in the holes. Your niece, hey, anytime somebody takes the time to report something, that somebody that works in the grocery store, super appreciative for that. And we have several folks that are actual subscribers here as well, that they, that they also work in grocery stores and they do the price tags. And then I believe that there was a story, Dave, that you said to your daughter, she works at a grocery store as well, and hanging the price increases, and then that they actually had prices, and then they would hang a tag that would say, let's say something cost $2.69, and then they'd hang a tag that said new low price $2.99. You know, and I remember you said something like, they're lying to you. And that's what your daughter said. Your daughter works there, and she goes, the stores are lying to you. They're putting these tags out, new low price, and it's actually higher than what it used to be. So it's just amazing to me that the way that these stores now are trying to handle all the new changes coming up and more to come. If you saw my thumbnail, it's got that arrow going up, right? Where we're talking about food, goods, fuel. There's so many variables right now that people are trying to figure out, well, how do we absorb some of this? Or do we pass it on to the consumer? And probably what are they going to pick? Pass it on to the consumer. So sometimes, you feel helpless. You feel like, all this stuff's out of your control. Yeah, thank you for Canada. You guys have your own thing, and I appreciate CK. Whenever she jumps in here, she keeps us posted on Canada. We have a couple Canadian friends. Hey, you're from the islands. Let's see what you got. We don't have much for pancake and muffin mixes, so everybody kind of has their own struggles and their own obstacles. Like I said, we talk about shrinkflation with product shrinking. We talked about, like, my Gatorade used to be 30, or the Powerade was 32 ounces. It dropped down. Bacons, and people had been sending me messages saying, hey, this is what our size used to be, this is what it is now. So just all kinds of changes going on. Different states, some states do different things than others. Different countries, like I said, we have different representatives from several different countries that come into our channel off and on and give us updates. So South Colorado Stetter, gas at $2.93. So yeah, you guys are creeping up. I know our gas has gone up another 15 cents from last week that we did this video. I think we're hovering right around 270 right now. So that's gone up a little bit. Yeah, lots of steak. So I know sometimes when I go into my store, one week I'll have different stuff here, and then it'll change. So CK said gas is stupid here, but that's normal. Money grab. And then so sometimes this stuff, that's what it ends up turning into. Still almost $5.50 a gallon. Whew. Yeah. Ohio's getting ridiculous with meat prices. So that's what I'm noticing too. Some states have different, I know meat's a big one. Some states, the meat is just seem to be going up and up and up. I'm lucky here in Tennessee right now, just outside of Nashville. Our price of meat, I've seen it want to spike, and then I catch some really good sales and deals. So luckily, the sales are still going on. And I think that's the best way to shop, guys, is just keep catching on the sales. Somebody I was messaging with on one of my videos this past week. Uh, AG Ball, ATG. Uh, Somebody was kind of feeling like, man, look, our society and the way things are going, and just things just keep changing, and it just seems like, you know, all of our leadership in our country is just spending money like it's nothing and just printing more and more money, and when trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars being spent on anything and everything. Hey, FP, Erica, good to see you too. So when they're spending and spending and spending, yeah, bicycle shortage. I've had other people tell me that, CK. Uh, Lots of bicycle shortages in different states. I'm trying to think what other states. One was Massachusetts, I think. Um, so I don't get it. What's up with the bicycle shortage? I guess wherever those are coming from, probably some of them were coming from overseas. So, but yeah, the more that we're spending. So anyway, this person was what Bill Boston butts are looking at 99 cents a pound. So see, you can still find great deals, and that's awesome. Yeah, China. Yeah, that's probably what's happening. A lot of the bikes were coming from China right now, and that stuff is, uh, we know how that's been for a year. So the bike things get taken a hit. So the person I was texting with, we were talking about things, and they just seemed kind of like, man, I just like everything going on. And I said, I said I don't get like that anymore. I said I prep, and it's like I just live my life now. It is part of my routine. I know some of you've done it your whole life. You've just lived a certain way. Your mindset, you were just born that way. You were into that family. You were already like that. Some of you have gathered that in the last few years. And it's like I don't let things stress me out anymore. It's not like I'm not planning for any specific one event anymore. I'm just learning to be prepared. And it's a lifestyle. And I said, there's no reason to fear, no reason to fret, but you just start living that life. Speaking of sales, let me see what Tammy here. Monday stores like Walmart mark Easter half off. Yeah, okay. Now is the time to stock up on candy. Candies will freeze well. Yeah, the after holiday sales, those are great to be able to do. Let's see, CK also said her brother has a hard time getting parts for farm tractors, so he had to MacGyver something. Yeah, and I've had other people tell me that as well. Car parts, machinery parts. Even on an island populated by feral chickens. Nice. There should be good egg sales. Yeah, maybe the eggs, they'll go on sale too. So, yeah, definitely look for the sales, guys. And I was joking with someone this week. I was at Walmart and I went through the candy section, Easter obviously, and it's been a year since I got the Brock's candy, the jelly beans, right? And so I found myself munching on those one day, and man, those things are addicting. And there's a reason why I just want those once a year, because oh man, I couldn't handle eating that much sugar all year round. There's a house shortage, yeah, yeah. CK, that's like that here too in the States. The housing. Has anyone tried to sell a house? My parents just sold a house down in Florida. Actually, the parents, if you remember when I was there for these past holidays, I was at my parents' house. Um, yeah, I busted. I had jelly beans. But yeah, they had a house that they were renting. Well, they decided to sell that house because the market's been so hot. Um, First couple days, they had a cash offer on their house, and within a few days, they had the contract, and it was done. Okay, UK same way. Housing market in the UK. See, wow, that's insane. Let's see. Our house is concrete, very little wood, 300 square foot to build. Huh, very cool. Yeah, but it's the supply and demand right now, and people like crazy are out trying to buy houses. We have people that are in our own family. Um, they've been looking for houses. They found one in our neighborhood, and it's amazing that the bids are just coming in, and they just get outbid, and like several bids, and just what do? they're going to overpay somewhere. They're going to be overpaying for houses right now, and that's just the way it is. I've seen little properties in my area. It's a small little piece of land, maybe with a trailer on it, and they're selling it for $250,000. And I'm like, what? How in the world? But people are buying it, and I'm like, I don't understand it. But yeah, it's a supply and demand thing right now. So that's always a wonder. Like, will we ever burst that bubble? And I don't know if you all remember years back, I don't know, was that 208, 2008, something like that? The bubble burst on the housing market and the chain reaction of events that happened from that and the banks and then, the mortgage problems. And then that reminds me too, wasn't there supposed to be a deadline for the housing going on in America? Like, remember they were pushing off mortgage payments for people that couldn't pay. Yeah, when the repos hit, that's what I was wondering, Mama. When those repossessions and things like that start happening, I think that started this month, didn't it? The start of this month. Oh, it just got extended. Okay, see, I didn't hear about that. They passed it. Okay, to September. Okay, and that was kind of the thought is, they just keep extending it. I was waiting for them to. Yeah, it's just insane. The cost of things are going up, the housing, material, building material. And I've had people say, look, I went out to buy some lumber, and the cost of lumber was like 7, 8, 9, $10 for a 2x4. It's just the cost of lumber just keeps going up. Um, Let me see. Mary Max just got home from the Smokies. Way too crowded. Yeah. Met up with some friends from Michigan, but couldn't do much with all the crowds. Okay, so yeah, you saw that my wife and I, we had went. It's been a couple weeks back now. But yeah, people are out and about. Okay, they are out and they were tired being cooped up this past year. They were vacationing and they were out there in mass amounts. Like, yeah, FP, you said, yep, lumber is outrageous. Okay, so you're renovating, so you're seeing, yeah, you're out there buying it. Thankful, yeah, Shannon, you're absolutely right. Thankful, super thankful to having a roof over our heads. It's absolutely, a blessing to be able to have a home. And we got ours um, this past year, and the market was hot then too. We just happened to catch into a new build that fell through for somebody for financing, and we jumped in and put a bid on it and got it before they put it back out on the market. So we didn't have to deal with all the bidding and all that stuff. So sometimes God blesses you and puts a situation right in your lap, and you just got to be ready. And yeah, landlords, you're right. Yeah, landlords will take a big hit, especially if people aren't paying their mortgage. So G-Ball says, I'm lucky in the gardening area. It's my mom and her husband have 8 to 10 beds. Wow, nice. And they're big. And she passes me along stuff every week. Carrots, cucumbers, onions, lettuce. Yeah, that's awesome. When you got somebody in your family that's just producing that much. Yeah, that's a blessing to have all that extra food coming your way. Absolutely. Yeah. So outside of the renovations and lumber, what other items are y'all noticing? I'm just curious because sometimes Jay Moore, I forgot what state you're in. But yeah, sometimes I like to throw out stuff in my videos to try to spark conversation because I like to see what word on the street is. You know, stuff we talk about now, that as things progress, you'll eventually see things in the media, or that's when people start panic buying and start these things. So I like to be ahead of the curve, ahead of all that. Gas, concrete, yep. Oh yeah, Michigan, that's right. Yeah, you were in Michigan. I remember that. Yeah, you are in a rough state. Sorry. Yeah, you guys got some obstacles up there. That's for sure. That's truth. I was quick to buy a pool this year because they were so very quick last spring. Yeah, shortage of shoes, not much at all at discount stores. No lids. Yeah, so shoes, lids. Bill, you own an electrical company. Sweet. And copper is very high. You can't find a lot of parts. Okay, so see, this is all this kinds of stuff that you just don't you don't hear them cover this stuff on the news. At least I don't. I don't ever see stuff being talked about. But there's shortages and price increases everywhere, um, through goods and things that we consume or things that we use, building supplies. Um, Now for the gardening, and I see you all starting to talk about starting your seeds. Yeah, FP, I know you were going to start your seeds, and then yeah, Shannon says no lids there. Okay, hey, I've been showing these every week, and I don't spend a lot of time on them. I'm getting ready to do another video. I think these squash are about ready. Okay, I think maybe tomorrow I might repot these and get these in my 5-gallon bucket. They've already got, see, one, two, that's the third. The third, what do they call those then? The new leaves, the permanent leaves, the true leaves. See, I'm learning. That's the true leaf. And then these seed leaves, you can see they're starting to turn yellow, and I know those are going to die. Those are going to go away. But the squash has been taken off, so I think these are about ready to repot. So I don't know what y'all think. Tomato ones, those are tiny, and then I got my cucumbers here. They'll be right behind these. So yeah, so I think I'm getting ready to go and repot these, and I'll make a video and tape it and stuff, and then I'll put it out there one time, because showing me fumbling around. Look at me trying to be a gardener. So, but that's been my adventure. So, but I wanted to show that just so you would see. Yeah, Dave, thank you for reminding everybody. If you guys don't mind while you're here, and especially before you leave, if you can hit the thumbs up button, that'd be super. That just kind of helps, YouTube algorithms and all that stuff. Subscribe if you're new and you're watching. Hey, jump on in. Got a great group here. Shortage on running shoes. So yeah, shoes seems like hit or miss just about everywhere. Trying to find stuff that you want, or you might need. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Simper. Yeah, so I'm planning on, for 100% sure I'm on board, and I'm on track, and I'm going to be growing some of my own veggies. And I'm starting off in some 5-gallon buckets because I can keep them up on my deck by my back door out in the sun. They'll get some rain, and I'll be able to keep a good close eye on them and take good care of them up that way. Yeah, thank you, TJ. I know some of y'all jump, hit that stuff right away. Beans and squash are better direct planted. Okay. So I haven't done the beans yet. I have the beans. Excuse me. I'm going to be doing some green bean, the bushes. Now I've been saving those because I want to direct put the the beans right out into the yard. I think I want to try that. Yeah, Erica, you bought some of the cucumber seedlings to plant out. Yep, and I think, have y'all been getting any unusually cold weather? I know Indiana has. I was talking with Dave about that earlier. We've been kind of cold here in Tennessee. It dipped down pretty cool the last couple nights. And during the day, it's been windy, maybe getting 50. It just seems like it's been colder the last couple days. It's hot where you are? Okay. 20-1 in tonight in Kentucky. So yeah, so some of the states are holding on to it. Now I know Canada's probably cold. Oh, okay. You put holes in the bucket. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure to do that. It's down to 0 at UK. Well, at least it's not raining, right? Sometimes you guys get these rain things going. Yeah, FP brought up a good point. Talk with your neighbors, and what a great opportunity to trade stuff. I know I get success stories from some of you all when you come up with a neighbor or someone you can trade with, and you can make some. I know. I think Dave told me that he traded some chickens, and he got some dogs that he was using for his property. So, hey, Honey Badger's Homestead from Nova Scotia. Yeah, Nova Scotia. we were talking about the differences of countries. How's Nova Scotia doing? Are you guys seeing shortages out in Nova Scotia? That'd be cool to hear. I'd like to hear, what you all are dealing with and gas prices and things like that. +2 out there. So you're still cold out in Nova Scotia. Yeah, I've just been curious, like some of the different countries and stuff, what kind of shortages and whether it's food or goods. We talked about shoes and different all kinds of stuff, parts, mechanical parts, things that everybody's getting. Snow. Stacy said a few channels from tubers that live in Alaska said they got a foot of snow when the snow starts melting away. All right, here we go. So Nova Scotia, yeah, shortages at times and jacked prices up on a lot. Okay, yeah, we were talking about that. I did a video a couple videos back. We were talking about, not just the prices, but some companies now are starting to reduce the size of their product and their packaging. So Canada, it goes down to 2 overnight, but 50 during the day. Okay, yeah, you're able to get your stuff done. That's awesome. That's good weather. And as long as it's not pouring down rain all day. So yeah, you take a little bit of a cold day over that. Just trying to make sure. Yeah, I saw somebody earlier had said, yeah, barter, grow more veggies and things to barter with people. It's part about being in not just a community on YouTube, but creating create a YouTube around where you live. Create a group around where you live of people that you can start to build trust. You can barter, you can trade. I hear stories about that from you guys sometimes about how you go over to a neighbor and you drop off some eggs and you just start finding out who your neighbors are, because you never know. You never know when you might need the help of your neighbors, and it's better to kind of know who they are than say, "Stay, stranger." Yeah, sorry, Dave. No superhero shirt today, brother. This is a Magellan shirt from the Academy Sports. Like I said, it was cold today, so I got the long sleeve going. So, so let me see. Candace said, I bartered some of my garden carrots last year in exchange for a lamp for my daughter's bedroom. Hey, absolutely. You've got the extra. You've put the time and the money and the effort into it. So definitely take that as an opportunity to barter or to trade. Well, let me see. I'm trying to stay caught up here. Hold on. My laptop's catching up. Why so blue, Jerry? I guess that's the shirt. Well, what Providence? I think CK was asking what Providence. I think they were from Nova Scotia. If you were asking about the honey badgers. Honey badger was from Nova Scotia. Yeah, I got a Hall's cough drop. I hope it's not too annoying. I'm starting to lose my voice. I start talking, and then my voice goes really dry, and my throat goes really dry. So I pop in that cough drop, and it helps keep me going. I'll try not to click it around on my teeth too much. So yeah, it's not jelly beans. So I gotta limit those. So good. So you guys, I was catching up on some of your texts. I know you guys are kind of back and forth, and that's awesome. I'm glad you guys are spending some time getting to know each other. Like I said, I started doing these once a week now, and just in general, kind of a recap of the week, kind of stuff maybe we've done videos on, but obviously they're all one-sided when I do a video. It's just me talking. I like to be able to get feedback, talking with you guys, kind of more interaction, and giving you guys a chance to kind of interact as well. Like I said, I appreciate everything you guys have always done. So much great value in every single video. I can go back at any video at any time and go back and reread comments and such. And there's always so much valuable information in that. Yeah, canned corn is okay in the UK. Yeah, I've had different people here in the States talk about um, canned corn. They said that it seems like it's been hard to find. I found plenty, and not to brag, I did pick. My wife picked up some from the store this week, so we've had plenty of canned corn. Erica, where else you gonna go on a Friday night? That's right. Where else you gonna go? This is the best place to be right here. Limiting, Kelly says they are limiting again at Sam's Club. Limit 1 on corn, tomatoes, etc. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Different parts of the country in different states, and it's amazing to see the limits again. I would have thought we were past the limits, but I keep hearing that. I keep getting messages. I keep seeing comments on videos that people are still doing limits. And Saturday morning, is it Saturday morning where you are, Erica? Or wait, you're in Australia, aren't you? Kelly Smith, yes, same here on the limits. TG, you're seeing limits. Yeah, Freedom Seeds, I've seen limits on those for sure. They usually keep them behind the counter, and you ask, and it's like they almost decide if they want to give you some or not. You got to warm them up a little bit. Yeah, paper products limits to 2. 11:30 a.m. Okay, Erica's just getting started. Corn is at $2.70 a can. You should have brought some more of that back from your Texas trip. I guess you didn't have enough room though, with all the vitamins and stuff that you were packing. I guess there's only so much you can bring back, right? No limits for Shannon. Lindy on the Mississippi, we've always had limits on lots of items ever since this whole thing started. So your limits never have really gone away. So see, Mississippi then, I didn't know that. The limits have just been there. So it's just weird. So that's what I'm saying. It's just things have just not gotten back to a stable, normal working order. Our shipments, our line of shipments, and then I'm sure with the whole thing from all the boats out and down to the Suez Canal, right? That doesn't help with things. But it just seems nothing's gotten back to normal, and that's what I'm saying, guys. We're doing our part. We're just continuing to prep, and to the point where we can feel a little more relaxed and at ease because we're just ready. We're just getting things more more prepared. People that are newer to this from a year ago already one step ahead of the game. And don't wait for this stuff to hit the news, guys, and then say, okay, let's go get it. No, just go ahead and do your thing now, and you'll be ready. Let's see. The island has stacks of paper products. I'm about to fill my car with them tomorrow. Yeah, that's awesome. If they've got it and they're not putting limits on it, get what you need now. Go ahead and get it prepared. South Dakota comes and goes, but no shortages. That's good. Suez Canal, did I say that right? When that ship was blocking over there? But it's unblocked now the other day. I guess things are starting to get back to normal out there. Over there by Egypt. Let's see. Kimberly, you're stocky with no shortages. Good, Candace. All the lockdown equal less production for restaurants and businesses, which will mean when things open up again, production will be behind. Yeah, that's true. If all the businesses come back online, they're going to need shipments. So that's going to be more demand. We talk about the housing supply and demand. Well, all of a sudden, the supply is low, demand goes high. What's that going to do? Raise prices, right? So yeah, just go ahead and start buying that stuff now. All right, CK. Yeah, go get you some sleep. Glad you stopped in. Hope you had a good time being on here for a few minutes. So yeah, go get ready for tomorrow. Let's see. Picked up a sweet Winchester Wildcat. Okay, sweet. So yeah, right now, if you guys have been getting the stimulus money, then use it for things that maybe you've had your eye on, that you planned for, whether it's self-defense, home defense, or hunting, or a prep item, or maybe it's like a larger item that you just like, I just don't want to spend the money on it. um, Something that I wanted to touch base on too, before we went to the rest of the night, is your finances. If things are slowly going up all across the board, whether it's shoes, lumber, mechanical, whatever, and things are going up, prices are going up, things are changing and are all around us. We saw it with homes. We see the cost of homes going up. Get your finances in order. Make sure you've created a budget. If you've got credit card debt, that's you're just paying maybe the interest on every month. Find a way to get that paid off. Get that stuff gone. Get it behind you. Get a little healthier with your finances. Um, yeah, you need a bigger suitcase to get all that supplies you did. Yep. But if the way that everything's headed in our country here in America, and they keep spending money, trillions and trillions of dollars just keep going out the door every few months. It seems like they're just printing money. Um, Make sure that you've tried to get yourself in the best financial, healthy situation for your household that you can. Um, Make it easier to deal with when the problems and the waves start coming in. Uh, Being able to withstand and absorb those changes will help you mentally, physically, your stress, your anxiety. It'll be able to help you weather the storms of these type of things. And anyway, that's my advice to you. And I know a lot of you guys are right on top of your stuff, and but it's just good to remember. It's good to think about, because I don't see prices going down in the near future. I don't see, like I said, gas. Summer's coming. We know that's a high travel time. As some that have already been out and been on vacation, if you've noticed, the crowds are heavy everywhere you go. So I still envision more flights, more planes in the air. I just see fuel costs going up, more travel. So just be prepared to absorb all that. Go ahead and get your budgets fixed around that now. That prices are going up. And like I said, you saw my thumbnail. That arrow's going up. That's where things are headed. Just kind of watch, put your head to the ground, or your ear to the ground, and just listen to wait, what's up, Lee Davis? Yeah, plant auctions. Yeah, looking for some cheap seeds. Yeah, look, great tips, guys. All right, guys. Well, does anybody have any questions? Sometimes through these, I see you guys are giving great advice, and I'm not trying to stop you. You guys keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing great, dropping advice to each other, and I do not want to get in the way of that. But if you have a question, you want me to throw it out here, I can get the group jumping on that question for you. We have that from time to time. Maybe someone that's on here, maybe you're newer. Don't be shy. If you have a question, we'll do our best here to try to answer that question for you. Yeah, Bill, our leadership needs to slow down on the spending. That's we've had to do it to a certain point, but I think we need to take a step back and the money that they've already approved. Let's work on spending all that first before we print some more, right? Let's see. Candace says, "What size of area do you have plan to garden in this year. Me personally, I'm gonna have 5 gallon buckets on my deck, probably between 6 to 8 5 gallon buckets on my deck. And then down in the yard, I would really like to do maybe 10 foot long, probably 3 or 4 feet deep, because I want to put some green beans, and I want to kind of see how those do in my yard. Again, everything in my area, and let me say this: my yard, I was out there digging, kind of seeing what kind of soil I had back there. And there's a lot of clay, clay, tons of clay, and I'm thinking rocks and clay. So I'm thinking that I may have to build one of the above ground. What do they call them? The garden. You know how you have something in your mind and it just slips you. You build the thing off the ground. What's this called? The raised beds. It just hit me. Building a couple raised beds. So I'm thinking that, yes, raised beds. Thank you. So I'm thinking I need to do that. I need to make the raised beds and start planning for next year. But yeah, so much clay in my ground. I was thinking that I would be able to, maybe get it prepped up and use it, but it's just so bad. So many little rocks and big rocks for where they did construction, and they just there's rocks all through everywhere. That's been me all summer to clean it up, probably. We got a brand new lawnmower. Front yard's not so bad, but when I go to the side yards and the backyard, I'm gonna have to go through. I'll probably just have to sit down on the ground and just go through with a wheelbarrow and toss rocks in it and try to get it all cleaned up. So it's a nice big yard, but just not good soil for growing. So Kelly says we have rabbits in our yard. We named one Stew Meat. Well, they say don't name them, but if you're naming them that, I guess it makes it easy. Erica said, I already bake white bread. Made my first batch of sourdough today. Learned new skills. Try a dump truck load of compost mix. Okay. So the clay, I shouldn't be mixing stuff into the clay though, right? Like realistically, the clay is really going to be a problem, or I'm going to spend so much effort. So the raised bed's probably the way to go, right? He will go good with our carrots, cabbage, and potatoes. He doesn't have a clue yet, does he? He doesn't even know. Mix in sand, grass clippings, and leaf to amend your clay. Okay, so I can. So that's what when I was digging, I was kind of starting a little small section for a compost pile. And I was adding some of the scraps and stuff into the clay. So maybe I'll just continue doing that. See, I saw somebody with the Buckeye question. Who do the Buckeyes play first? Are you prepped for that? I haven't looked at the schedule for this year yet, this fall. I kind of was watching some of the March Madness. The Buckeyes were in the big tournament, got knocked off first game. They're done. So yeah, it's about time now to start looking ahead to football. So no, I am not prepped yet for that, but we're going to get there. That's a great question. Yeah, the Buckeyes, that'll be coming. That's around, man, the way the time flies. Yeah, fall will be coming up on us before we know it. Summer will be here, and we will just crank through it. In Ohio, it's all clay here. Okay, so yeah, you guys dealt with a lot of clay. Sometimes you can get around laws about chickens by getting quails. They'll have chickens on the books, but quail no. Oh, okay. Yeah, the quails. I've seen people bring that up. So that's a great idea if you can't get chickens for your area. They say, "Yeah, you can't have chicken." Oh, there's a quail. Okay, you're good. Yeah, yeah, go Buckeyes. That's right. So we'll see. We'll have a new quarterback this year. So we'll see how we stack up. Lasagna gardening. Lee Davis. Our son was over here last week, and he had the privilege. He kind of got to work on a farm for a couple years, going through college and an internship and things. And he was talking about lasagna layering, just like you just brought that up. So thank you for bringing that up. I kind of forgot he said that. Um, so it sounds like that's what I need to do. All right, go make dinner. See you, South Colorado Stetter. Yep. And like I said, if you guys haven't hit the like button yet, please take a few minutes, hit that like button on the channel part, and um, or as you leave or whatever. And I appreciate that. A good solar panel to snag. Yeah, G-Ball, I do not know of a good solar panel. Does anybody on here? G-Ball was asking. Um, let's see if anybody knows of a good solar panel, something that he could get. That's something I have not had yet. My wife will tell you I've brought it up. That's something that's down the road. I would love to be able to get some sort of a solar energy, or a solar generator, something that to have some more reliability. So it gets about independence, being more independent from being so handcuffed to everything that's going on and feeling like you have no power or no control over your own life. Let's see. I see people jumping on here right now. Also, companion planting and self-pollinating is key to a successful garden. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, I'm going to be learning that stuff too. That's all. I'm adding some notches to my belt, my work belt. I'm adding all these new skills, and I'm learning. I have not baked my own bread before. That's something that I've seen my grandmother, my great grandmother. I'm sure I can get a hold of some of their recipes too if they have them. Some of the stuff they did is just by memory. They just throw stuff together, bam, 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 bam. Homemade biscuits from scratch, bread, huh? Minnesota. I heard someone yell. Minnesota? What's we talking about?
The Buckeye. That's who they play.
Oh, I got an update. My wife was hollering at me. She said Ohio State's first game is Minnesota. So that's who we're playing first. So we are going to get prepared for that. So they're going right into the Big Ten. So you want to get in here on this, Joy? No? Yep, Minnesota. There it is. Thank you. All right, she doesn't want to get on camera yet. We'll get her on here one day.
I already commented about it.
Did you? You threw it on there? Yeah, she's always on here in the chat. I'll get her on the video one day, and we'll have a good little talk on here. So bread, not that hard to make. So yeah, like I said, watching my grandparents and stuff, they just throw stuff together, bam, 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 bam. They're just like magicians in there. Oh, I see Ali Rue's here. I just looked at the Jackery tonight for smaller needs. Looks good. And I've seen other prepper channels do test runs and things of the Jackery. So I've always seen good things about that. Thank you, Ali Rue. Let's see. Bill says plant corn with beans and squash. The corn gives the beans something to climb on. The squash gives it some ground cover for water retention. And the three plants all take and give nutrients to each other. Okay, that's a great example then of the community. I think our son, yeah, three sisters. That's what I was just thinking. Erica, our son had said something like he called it the three sisters. So that's exactly it. That's awesome. So yeah, so I'm learning from you guys, and I've got family members and people that are on my side. So we're getting there. I'm gaining all this extra knowledge. Lee Davis says bread is a really Easy. I was a professional baker for 4 years. Oh, nice. So yeah, that's natural to you, Lee. So yeah, that's something that I guess when we start looking at what else do we want to learn that's new, that'd be a fun thing to do. Just to say, hey, I could do it, and if I ever needed to, like something I could do. All right. Whew. Well, guys, we're approaching an hour, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and let's wrap this up. So there she is. There she is. I knew I'd bring her on. So that's my better half. She keeps me in line. So I appreciate you guys so much, and again, I hope you guys have a great Easter weekend. Have a super good time. I hope you're getting together with family, with friends, with your church family, whoever you're getting together with, and getting your lunch times together. I know all of our family for a big lunch on Sunday. So I hope that you guys have a great weekend. So I would definitely catch you guys. I'd like to do a video, like I said, of me transplanting my plants into 5-gallon buckets. I plan on having that hopefully this week, of me showing the upgrade of the plants and my gardening skills, right? So I want you guys to have a safe weekend. A happy Easter to you guys. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Proud of you, and I appreciate you all so much. And you guys have a good rest of this night tonight, or day for some of you. You're just getting started. So I'll catch y'all later.